Rondo, I'm finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That bump no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
If you're a girl and you're gay, why don't you just keep saying the friend thing? If you want to just keep
That's
it
what
there.
I do, because I already told you, my parents, I know everybody probably thinks my parents is like okay with the shit and cool with, but my parents aren't. So I
didn't mean to put your business out there, but me and Damo had a conversation about it today.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I forgot how it came up. We was talking about, I don't even think we was talking about something. Oh, yeah, we were talking about something gay. And I was like, yeah, I was talking to Janay the other day, and I didn't realize they went through all that shit. Like, the story you told me about coming out to your parents. I ain't gonna lie, that's why I was looking like that in the passenger seat. I was like, bruh, that is crazy. Cause like in my head, I'm thinking like, your parents is cool as hell. So when you decide to come out to them, I'm like,
and that
you would
shit was
think it's
not
cool.
on my terms.
Yeah.
Like that was just the one off. and I had to go with the shit. Like that's the only thing I hate about it.
So tell what happened though. Tell what happened first.
So yeah. I think I've told this story on Snapchat too.
For real?
Yeah. I think I did it on like National Coming Out Day or whatever. Cause literally I hadn't thought about it. Like that was something that, when something fucked up happens to you and you just push it in the back of your mind and you just never think about this shit no more.
Most my childhood.
Yeah. So for the story, this was like, I think I was like 21. I was still living at home. I was going to Augusta Tech. I was still living at home with my parents. And I was doing my homework in the kitchen, and my phone rung. And I'm pretty sure it was Yana. Shout out to Yana. And when you at home, when you get a phone call, your ass just go off in your own little room because you don't want nobody hearing your conversation and shit. So that's what I did. I left the kitchen table and I went in my room. But my mom's like hella nosy. Like the nosiest woman ever, right? So I go in the room, me and Yana talking. We probably talking about some gay shit, probably talking about some girl. And I get this like feeling just in my chest, like someone is like listening, like my mom is probably like at the door, like. But I'm like, I'm talking real low. She's not gonna hear me or whatever. So I wasn't on the phone with her long, and then I hang up with her. I go back to the kitchen. I start doing my homework. Boom, boom, boom. And my mom comes in the kitchen and she's like, "Janay, you like girls?" And I was just like, "Huh?" And I was just, my heart just started racing.
That's a weird ass question too. You like girls?
Right. Like, so at this point, I know she was like, listen, like that was like the feeling I
That's
had in my
chest. That's kind of like a question like, do you want pizza tonight?
Like, that's like a fucking feeling in my chest was real. Like, obviously, she's asking me this question because her ass was listening or heard something or whatever. So I'm like, huh? I'm like, this is not fucking happening. And she's like, you like girls? And I was just like, yeah.
That's it? You just said like, yeah, all
yeah,
subtle?
I just was like, yeah. And like, honestly, I don't even really remember what happened right after that. I think my mom, she kind of started laughing hysterically. And I'm pretty sure I blacked out, like, because I was like panic mode. Like,
Were you hyperventilating?
No, I don't panic like everyone. I panic, it's very internal. Like, my heart be racing and I'm just kind of like staring. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I think I just spaced out. And the only thing I remember after her hysterically laughing is like we like shifted to the living room. I don't even know how I got there. But our living room had like a window with blinds and I just see headlights. And I know my dad's coming home. And I'm like, fuck. I do not want to fucking talk about this when my dad's here.
Yeah.
Because my dad is like the spiritual one or whatever in the household. So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm like, Ma, can we talk about this later? And she's like, why? Why you want to talk about it later? And I'm like, can we please just talk about this at another time? And she's like, oh, you don't want to talk about it no more because your daddy about to walk in here? And I was like, yeah. And I don't even think I like gave her a chance to answer. I just went back in the kitchen, got all my shit, and just rushed back to my room, closed the door, and locked it. And then I think that's probably when I kind of started hyperventilating. Like when I got by myself, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? And then I like actually for some reason started to like try to do my homework again, and I just couldn't. I was just like, because I knew my mom was gonna like tell him I didn't know when, but I knew at some point.
Janay's the GOAT.
Appreciate that, Trey. I knew at some point she was gonna tell him that night, and so I was basically just in my room, just in this like panic, but like silent. And I just get this knock on my room. It's my dad, and he's like, "Come to the kitchen." I'm like, "Fuck." She told him. I know she did. And I come to the kitchen, and he got the Bible just laid out, and I'm like, "Oh, here we go." And we was, if you know my dad, he's long-winded as hell, and we were in there for about a good 2 hours going over scriptures about how he was telling me, like, you know, you going to hell, like, God doesn't like gay people, blah, 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 which I already knew he was going to say. And I was just like, and it got to the point he was talking so much, I was just tired. I just wanted to go to bed. And then went to sleep. And then the next day, I went to class, and my mom texted me. It was like, "Hey, come to the job when you get out of class." And I'm like, all right. So I get out of class. This is when my mom was working at Lowe's, and she was the HR manager, so she had her own office. So I go to Lowe's, go to the office, and my mom like wasn't hysterical. Like, she was like, "Yo, we don't do the gay thing. Like, you're not supposed to like girls. You're supposed to like men. Blah 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 blah." And I just kind of was like, all right, but you know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I like girls, and like that's it. Like, I don't know what to say. And then I just remember walking out of the office just not giving a fuck no more. And I was just like, well, they know now.
Did you feel better though? Did you feel like you had a weight off your shoulders?
I had like some relief. Because I literally at that moment, I just didn't care no more. I was just like, well, they know. I've told them, and I'm fucking like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do or whatever. And then, yeah, they still don't agree with it. We had another conversation like last year while I was in England. It was crazy. It wasn't a good conversation because my dad just doesn't listen. But, I mean, I just told him, like, look, this is what it is. And I think they just are in denial. I told you, I think they just think this is some long phase that I'm in. But, like, and it's not that I don't find men attractive. There's plenty of men out there that I find attractive. I just don't want to fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck them, and I don't want to get married to them. I don't want to be with them.
And after our conversation, I feel why you don't.
Yeah, I don't want to be with them. Like, they just, men, like, in that space, men just don't do anything for me. Like, and I've tried, you know, I like dated guys. So it wasn't like I didn't try. It was like I wanted to make sure 3 times and you're out. That's the rule. With everything I do, with everything I try, like, if it doesn't work out, I give it 3 times. Because that's a fair amount.
Yeah.
3 strikes, you're out. So
what's the biggest thing about guys you don't like?
Y'all don't listen.
So it's all emotional reasons, right?
No. I mean, I also don't like dick. And I feel envious because I know that sex feels better for you guys with a woman.
For real?
I know it does.
Why you think that?
Because there's plenty of women out here who've never come.
I'm glad you said that because I'm sure it does also.
That's why I'm like, I know it feels better for y'all. Like, I can only imagine what a pussy feels like. Like,
with a dick?
Yeah. I bet that shit feels immaculate.
but first you got to know how I feel to have a dick.
That too. So I'm envious of that because, like, it wasn't really, like, I didn't really enjoy myself. I kind of felt, like, gypped. Like, you had more fun than I did, bro. Like, the fuck?
That should sound weird, too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like you're satisfied, and I'm just kind of like, man, this is lame as fuck. I got to put my clothes on. What the fuck did I even take them off for?
Hey,
not
honestly,
to like
though,
bash, because there's plenty of women out there who do like dick. So, you know, it's just whatever you like. And again, it's a sexual preference. Like, it's an emotional preference for me. I like really and just genuinely love women. I think women are amazing.
And it's funny because...
Not to say that men aren't.
I like women also, but the reasons that you like women are totally different from the reasons that I like women.
Yeah.
Because it's all physical with me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just think women are just incredible because we go through so much shit, and it's like we low key kind of find humor out of it, and just kind of like, I think women are like low key. I think we're like superpowers. We have like superpowers.
Hey, say I'm a tell you like this, hope you ain't come just to kiss. I'm not them niggas you kick it with, I'll be dodging you, mama. After we do what we do, promise it's back to the commas. Tell old boy don't hit my line, cause my comrades with the drama. Ain't nothing